Alright, welcome back to my channel where is Exposing Men 2025. And I wanna ask how how's your day going and so far, and hope you're prioritizing yourself. Where you can follow me is YouTube and then TikTok, which is the same thing, Exposing Men 2025. And that's where you can see the other version. Well, this is the same thing. Here what you see on YouTube is over there. So Um, I think that's it. Okay, so we're gonna just get into the topic because I was like drifting off. Um, One of the other things I wanna say is that oh, the video of sorry, um, why masculinity. Oh, here's the topic, the video topic. Why masculinity does not equate to your sexuality, or meaning you being a man being masculine doesn't equate to him being straight. I think that's what a lot of women get it twisted, or like, and some men too, like they correlate somebody's energy to their sexuality when those two things are not the same. They're two different things. So where women get it fucked up and they assume that if a man is masculine presenting because they've been socialized to think that means he's straight. No, he can be a masculine man and can be attracted to men too, or only attracted to men, or be bi or fluid, if that makes sense. So what y'all need to understand is that energy, which is masculine and feminine, right? And then sexuality, which is what you're attracted to, right? And then the way you express yourself, which is like through clothes, art, self-expression, right? All those three are not the same. All of them are separate. So stop conflating those three as the same. They're not the same. They're all different. So a man, biologically, right? He's biologically a man, right? Can be masculine, because I'm gonna give you an example. He can be masculine and he can be attracted to only men. I can use another example. He can be biologically a man, the sex he was born with, and his energy that he resonates with more, he can be leaning towards more the feminine side, right, of energy, right? And he can like only women, or he could be fluid, right? Like, so what I'm trying to say is that your energy that you show up with doesn't determine your sexuality. That's why I always tell people, especially women, you need to ask, because stop assuming that every dude is straight. It's not the truth. And I mean, right off, they're not gonna tell you that because it's uncomfortable, and most men have been socialized not to have those conversations to begin with women, or just in general with each other. So it's gonna feel kind of awkward, and feel like you're calling him out, if or assuming that he's gay, because a lot of men think it's a negative connotate, like being gay is negative, or it's a bad thing, when it's really not. Because if you go back through history, it has been existing for thousands of years, for centuries, and and they made spaces within society where men and women were able to openly express their sexuality in different ways, or just not their sexuality, but just expressing themselves in different fashion. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when it comes to um that whole conversation about um sexuality, women need to really unprogram themselves to stop seeing masculinity as a way to identify a man being straight. Like, you need to get that shit out your head, because that's how a lot of men specifically use that against y'all. Which I say, like, there's a lot of things that what women consider man shit, or typically what how men would show up, and how men would weaponize that, or not weaponize it, but use it against y'all to derail y'all, deflect y'all from really knowing their truth, or like them living in their truth, or really knowing them for who they are. Because I'm gonna be honest, we live in a world where everything's fucking inverted and upside down. So being good or being genuinely yourself is bad, and then being bad is actually considered good. So you should expect people to lie to you. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So that's why I'm making this platform, to educate women, to like, so y'all can understand, like, no, you need to act regardless of how the fuck, sorry, regardless how you feel like he's showing up is considered the norm. Like, because anybody can consider the norm, but they could be still lying. So, because men are taught from a young age to lie, manipulate, scam, all of it. So like, it's not the norm for them to be upfront about who they are, or like own up to their sexuality, or the things they like, or the things they choose to um, do or express themselves. So don't don't conflate energy, which is masculine, feminine. Don't conflate sexuality or sexual orientation, or sexual, or yeah, sexual attraction. I'm gonna say that. Sorry, sexual attraction, right? And don't conflate self-expression, which is how you choose to show up, like clothes wise, fashion wise, like determine somebody's sexuality. And I feel like we need to go back to actually getting known to people, because once we start assuming things about people, we could be, I mean, not to say that we can't assume things, but we just automatically assume things, and we don't actually get to talk to people and actually ask them like the things they're interested in, and feel their body language and their energy. Like, um that's how, where I feel like a lot of people get into all these like situations where like they find out like, oh, like I thought I got the person, I thought this person was, for me, but they really wasn't, because they were hiding, who they are. And you kind of have to give grace to men a little bit. I'm not saying the shit they be doing, but like, you have to kind of give grace to them, because they've been socially engineered to um look at these things negative, all of it, like energy, sexuality, um, and self-expression, as all those three things as a negative thing, when that is not the case. Like, so that's how you know the society is upside down, when you see a bunch of majority of people, specifically men, cannot own up to who they are and what the things they like. So that's how you know the society is upside down. So moving forward, I think I covered everything, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's all on that. But I don't think the only thing I will say about that, I feel like, um is allow, and I'm gonna say this, allow men to really sorry, but allow men to really express themselves, because men are not monolithic. The only reason why women think a lot of things, if men do, if like they paint their nails or have long hair, or they wear earrings or wear their jewelries or wear crystals and stuff like that, they think it's considered gay, or about like queer or whatever that stuff is, or not say whatever that stuff is, but like people would consider whatever that stuff is, right? Is because men are not coming and showing women like on a spectrum, like like different types of men, like where you have like more feminine, you have more androgynous, you have more masculine, or you have more like, traditional. Like, men are not showing each other like on a broad scale, like like how like they can be different in ways of expressing themselves, like how women can like be different in like how they express themselves and how they choose to wear their hair and style and everything. Men are not showing that spectrum of themselves, so that's why women assume like if he derails from that, that's considered gay. No, a man can like those, men can like those things, like you liking clothes, or um your way of expressing yourself doesn't correlate to your sexuality. It doesn't. So that's the thing I realized, that I as I got older, I realized that people are very ignorant on that. Like, um people assume that um if a man expresses himself different from the norm, that he's considered gay or bisexual or whatever, like, or sexually fluid. Like, and I'm like, no, that he can like those things, because you can be attracted to those things. That's what he just likes. So I think if we allow people to be themselves, we won't, and be less judgmental and non-homophobic, and so um I guess so much pushback against it, because I'm pretty sure people are just not used to it. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna become the norm sooner or later, because like men are lying about a lot of shit that women are not, aware of. So I'm exposing and letting y'all know. But it's like the way the society is currently it's falling apart, because people are not being themselves, and then people are not living their truth, and then also um people are not really vocalizing the things that's true to them, like, and they're not being honest. So you're going to see a lot of men um really use a lot of tactics to hide who they are. and and this is people in general, but specifically men, are going to hide a lot of things who they are because this is what they've been ingrained to do. Like if they're not, and I'm telling you right now, if you see a man that's going against the norm, like it's you're gonna see him have a lot of pushback, like against like you're gonna see him have a lot of resistance and pushback against him because a lot of men wish they can do those things, but they're scared to do it. That's pretty much what it is. And a lot of them either battle with those things, like all of those three things. Like they know, some men know they don't conform to the norm, and they're not vocalizing it enough to like speak upon it. I definitely, and I'm gonna talk. Oh, I'm just let me not. I don't want to mention the things I'm gonna do in the next video because I don't want people to do it. So I'm gonna just leave it as that. But I'm gonna do other videos on how like the older generation specifically um do it very well, if I'm gonna make sense. So I'm gonna just say that. Um, but yeah, we need to start normalizing people being themselves because the world that we live in, people are lying about a lot of things, and I think it's not okay for that to be the norm, and for that men are not really vocalizing on the grand scale of the things like they're really feeling internally, like about themselves and the world they live in the society, and how they don't feel happy in it. So yeah. And I think I covered everything. I'm pretty sure I think I covered everything about this. Um, but yeah, but I'm gonna go into other topics about um the things men have normalized or have made women normalize as the norm, but it's really not the norm, you know. But but yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So take care.